You all wake up. At first, you feel the ground beneath you as if it's like slowly like rocking back and forth. You kind of come to your senses a little bit, and like you rub your hands on the ground, and it feels fleshy. It feels furry, but it feels like very like warm and cozy at the same time. You hear sounds of heavy feet trotting along the ground outside. As you begin to kind of like open your eyes and like look around, you see yourselves inside like a long carriage with like seats kind of like placed around, like miscellaneous like bags of equipment and like rucksacks and gear. At this moment, I suppose you guys would all be looking at each other from across this carriage. So feel free to describe to each other what you all see.
You would see somewhat kind of very lost looking, a full orc, with pale green skin and a very sort of dusty looking grey 5 o'clock shadow. It's quite obvious that he may have missed, a couple of days of shaving. And his tusks, they protrude only upwards out of his mouth, and they are dented, broken, chipped. You get the idea that he's probably past his prime years, but definitely not old to be considered an old orc. He has a very heavy-set face. His features are very bold, very... you could say they were chiseled, but in parts there's scarring, there's wrinkling. So any kind of way to call him handsome has been lost over the years. He has a head of hair that is wrapped into a kind of rogue knot at the back. That is also greying in colour with a few flecks of black that still remain. In some kind of weird ragtag, leathery hide armour / clothing, and a pair of gauntlets that are a little bit too big for someone of his stature, and a big woodman's axe on the back of his
So, kind of a study in contrast, I imagine, and also because she's 7 feet tall, she's kind of crammed into this carriage, like her head bumps against the top and her elbows jut out at odd, uncomfortable angles as she tries to comport herself into this carriage. You see a very tall, pale blue creature with pointed ears. They're not exactly elven. I've heard Firbolg have kind of like cow-like features, like bovine, so these are like floppy cow ears. She shifts a little in her seat, and you see the end of a furry, I think it's feathery, furry tail come out. It's also colored pale blue. She's wearing simple armor, but it looks like it's not tailored to her size properly, so like leather pants on someone else look like leather capris on her, and also like the shirt could clearly be like tailored to someone her size, but it looks like it kind of shrunk in the wash on her, and got rather dark hair, a slit in one of her eyebrows. You're not sure if it was deliberate or if it was a scar. Like the beginnings of like kind of golden brown peach fuzz on the side of her head where her hair is swept. And that's the Firbolg.
So across in the carriage, you see a rather disheveled and hungover-looking human with raven hair, with, I don't know, a little bit like what I've put in my hair, like little like different colored beads, kind of clasped around her hair, her really long kind of like wavy hair. Some little like dotted like dark freckles, added by herself, of course. But she's very much like wishing she could just be asleep right now in a cozy tavern, maybe with like a couple of shots next to her. What the fuck was that noise? donned in a kind of darkish chainmail. Her sword by her side, and underneath, like the lower part of her chainmail, you'll see like a little like matching the color of her hair and kind of like the little embellished like embroidery on the hem, a jet black skater skirt with like little like colorful flowers like embroidered on the bottom that match the beads in her hair. And this is Beatrice B. Blindsight.
BBB.
Mm-hmm.
Dwarfed by everybody else, you see this wee little like pale, kind of like creamy yellow and like pale pink mottled gecko with these like kobold with these giant like pale pink eyes, and just you kind of hear the clinking of like bottles, and they're giving off this slightly bright green glow from said bottles.
So one thing to note of every one of you, nobody's in handcuffs, nobody's restrained. You look at your wrists, but as you start examining yourself, you do see that you're all in some kind of like bandages or gauze or like whatever happened. You've been treated, you've been taken away, and now you're in like this carriage. So converse with your comrades.
That would explain the headache.
Mm.
Ooh, I like this blanket. I'm gonna keep it.
Got any room under the blanket for me? Gonna try and look.
It's like a throw, so Lem just kind of tries, and it probably covers your shoulders. That's it.
Great. Sorry, I'll let you. You can have most of it if you want. It's all good. It's all good. I'll
Hang
and,
on, let me see if I've got some soup in here. Just
B just
going
like
through.
starts moving the bottom of her skirt just down a little bit, as much past her knees as she can. Even though she's like in her armor, she potentially has like knee guards and everything going on. Still wants to have a little bit of like modesty.
I just imagine in this compartment, anytime like there's even slight movement, you'll probably bump into her. So anytime you bump into her, she just like, oh, sorry, and tries to tuck her knees into her chest and just gives off generally uncomfy vibes.
Oh, mate.
Just giant. Not a giant, but giant.
Question for the DM: what would be the last thing that we remember? Just daily life?
Roll me a history check.
Okay.
All of us?
Oh, nerves now.
Could we all do that?
Oh, which D20 do I use? This one looks shiny.
No modifier, it's a 16.
No matter 16, okay.
18 plus 1. So 19.
19.
I got a 6.
And an 18.
And an 18. So
I was drinking hard last night as well.
oh
I
yeah,
like no modifier, 18 straight.
no worries. So your character, they were out in the tiles. They had one too many meads at the public tavern,
One too
and
many boba.
they got sloshed. The rest of you, though, you get short like flashbacks of monsters and beasts of different varieties and constructs like coming into the town of Amordin.
Fine, say them all and then clip it later.
Yeah.
Yes, more D.
Insert. Amordin. You imagine you're getting like short glimpses of like pulses of electricity coming down in orbs, like striking into like the windmill. You see like townsfolk like running and trying to duck for cover. You see like these dark figures all branded with like weird shadowy curse marks all along their body, and they're just like pillaging. And whether or not you see your character as the heroic sort, you can imagine like you were either trying to like help someone trying to get out of the way, or like barricade a door of some sort, but you were unconscious, or you, eventually at some point you were either knocked unconscious, and now you're in this carriage being taken somewhere. So it's just that you're at C, you get glimpses of A, but B you're not familiar of.
And I just have a cracking hangover. Yeah.
Gnarly.
Sort
So
of fever dream.
so you do notice that there are like on both sides of the carriage there are like 6 like almost like curved windows that look directly out. Like they're not blocked off. Like you can feel like the cold shadowy air like kind of like come into the carriage, and it feels it's kind of like helping with like the musty smell of like what you're in, but like you're able to like take a peek out and like see where you're at. At both ends of the carriage, though, you do see one. You see one. Yeah, actually, yeah, you see 2 sphincter-like glands that like at either end, and you don't know which is the front and which is the back.
Such a stupid idea I just had.
It might be the same idea I just had.
Okay.
Poop.
So
I think regardless, like,
I
woman.
guess
Ugh.
shifting a little in her seat to try to get comfortable, like her tail comes out from underneath her and like tries to go out the window and like okay, so we can't tell which end is the back or the front. Can we get any sense of like a driver?
So you stick your head out the side of the window. So are you going out the left side or the right side?
Left.
Left. So you stick your head out the left, and you see this tall, expansive mountain range, and you're like, holy shit. But as you're like kind of peering out, you look down and you see fur and like 8 legs. Oh, sorry, at this side there would be 4 legs kind of like trotting along, and you're like, okay. I'm in some sort of 4-legged animal.
What?
A cat bus?
I'm thinking of the cat
Yeah,
bus.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell.
Okay.
I'm not freaking out.
Okay, I might have something for this. Okay,
Animal
it's called
handling?
Speech of Beast and Leaf. You can communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetations. They can understand your words, but you cannot understand them in return. You have advantage on all charisma checks to influence them. So, just sticking her head out, like getting a look at this giant cat bus, she just attempts to use this preternatural gift and just says, hopefully, I mean, she knows she can't understand them, but just asks, are we being kidnapped?
And do you understand the cat bus back?
I can't understand them in return. So, it's a flawed plan, but...
So you guys are like, you guys are inside this thing. You can see the little buckles of the helmet. You kind of see like, as you're trying to communicate with this thing, you kind of see like whiskers kind of like twitch at the side, and like you kind of hear like a noise as it keeps trotting along, and you hear like a couple like meowy groans towards you, but like you don't know what fuck's being said to you.
Can I attempt to meow back at the cat bus?
You meow back at the bus.
So I'm going to touch the floor, I guess you could call it. And I'm going to try and cast Beast Sense.
Ooh.
Okay. What does Beast Sense
It
do?
has to be a willing beast, so it depends if it's willing or not. But for the duration of the spell, I can use my action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears.
Okay.
So
Don't worry so much.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I rolled I rolled above a 10, so like it is willing to listen to you. So you place your hand on it, and you feel like you feel the instant connection with the beast, and you can see through its eyes. You just see the direct path in front of you, and you just see like it's a long expanse. Bridget, on your map, it's it's between the Mithril Mountains and Amerdin. It's like along that lake.
The Riven Step?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's that big stretch of road, and what you hear is quiet mumblings of a masculine older voice, talking about plans, and you also hear like the sounds of like scribbling paper. You also hear like a smaller, insecure voice of another masculine voice of these two people talking about ideas and what to make, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to you because like it's kind of muffled through like the trotting and like the wilderness.
Yeah.
So
but it's like near and kind of keeping up with it then. So this is like okay.
So it's interesting that you're seeing through the cat's eyes, because all of a sudden you all feel like this weird pit in your stomach as you feel like, you know, in Star Wars when they go through like the jump and it's all like that blue blinding light and then they're somewhere else. So you feel that, but like it's like, holy shit, we're not prepared for this, and you kind of like all fall to your feet. You get really nauseous at this because you're seeing what the cat sees, but you see, I mean, if you guys are all looking out the window, you kind of see like almost like this washing of like black, even more so than the Shadowfell combination with Rhódania, but you see this wash of black, and it's almost as if you're in like this negative zone version of Rhódania, and you kind of see the Capus kind of like turn its vision to like monsters that are now invisible, to which then it like turns its head back and then it shifts back into the material plane.
You would notice he throws up in his mouth a little bit and then just swallows it back down, and then relays what he just saw, I guess, to the party, or the rest of the group, should I say.
What are we supposed to do about that now?
I don't know what is going on, but this is unlike anything I have ever experienced before.
These are difficult times we live in.
What do you suppose we do next?
Well, I've never woken up inside a cat before, but something tells me leaving would be tricky.
Yeah, we're either going through that cloaca or that one.
Ugh.
I'm sorry. For what?
I think I'd prefer to be a hairball, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lem kind of like rubs their fingers together, and you see just kind of this like trail of like bright electric green kind of magic waft around, and y'all just smell peppermint,
Ugh.
which is supposed to be good for settling the stomach.
Oh, okay. Thank God for that. Well, I don't know what you guys want to do. Do you want to wait until, you know, this lovely cat decides to stop, or do you want to try and get its attention again? But I mean, either way, I'd like to find out where it's actually taking us.
Grasping at straws, looking for like an oh shit handle in the car, and just finding.
So like,
Is there an emergency stop? Maybe inside this cat.
Emergency stop. Yeah.
So you grab what I assume is like some kind of innards of this cat, and you yank it, and the cat goes, "Ah!" And then like
I gently massage the cat innards, trying to calm it down.
So like you're giving the cat like a nice caress, and it's like you kind of see like one of its like 8 paws kind of going as it's like trotting at full speed. So.
Oh man!
You notice, you notice the forward-facing sphincter door, like, kind of stretch itself open, and like you see like a small rock gnome with ginger hair, like grayed skin. He almost has like this boiler suit on with like big, huge gloves. He's got like a big, heavy backpack on, and he's just like, What's the matter? Is everybody okay? Is somebody in danger?
Why are we inside a cat right now?
And then behind the rock gnome, an elderly half-elf man comes out and says, "Oh, hey you! You're finally awake. You were all wrestling in Amberton, right? Walked right into the Shadowfell ambush, same as us and the inventor over there."
What are your names? It'd be nice to put a name to a face.
Yeah.
Apologies. My name is Mio, and this little and he like kind of puts his hand on the rock gnome's shoulder, and this is Copper. He's a brilliant inventor, and I'm just a conjuration artist, and I tap into the weave to make my creations come to life. And you kind of see him like flip open like a little like notebook, and he like takes his pen, and he like almost like pulls like a little bird out from the little like notebook, and it kind of like flutters off and kind of like flutters past, and then it just like turns back to ink as it like lands on like the cat's belly.
You don't happen to have any like hangover remedies or anything in that book that you can just pull out and give to to me anyway?
Copper, could you help our guests, our survivors, if you will? And Copper kind of
Survivor of the night.
He kind of like sulks over and goes over to like all his like bags, and he's just like, you could just make anything you want to help them. Like you could just automatically create it using your intelligence. And he's like, but that is not what the creation aspect is for. You can't just make things out of nothing. You have to have a creation purpose behind it. Whatever. And like he starts rifling free, and he's just like, well,
the creation purpose is to help my hangover, please.
He's ruffling free, and he's like, yeah. I swear, none of this would be happening if it wasn't for those damn wild ones. Rhódania was fine until the wild ones came along. The reconvergence was stable for years. We had all made peace with it, and they just had a meddle with forces they didn't know about.
I heard they were super cool. Like one of them makes some really neat stuff, like my Mountain Dew.
Those meddling.
I have so much of their merch. Like, I'm such a huge fan. How could you love them? They're amazing. Like the little one, she's so adorable, and the other little one, Wes, is that his name? You know, he's kind of new. I mean, I kind of like the original gang, to be honest. But I think they're absolutely amazing. And I like to think that she kind of whips out of her little bag. I wish I hadn't put it away now. Like a tankard that says Rhódania's Wild Brew. It's like a little like, see, I even have the mugs. I never go anywhere without my drink.
You kind of see Copper like throw like I guess like a Rhódania version of Gatorade towards you, and he like throws it to you, and he like kind of snaps, and he's just like, if it wasn't for those damn wild ones, I would still be with my adventuring party back in the Axiom Empire. Now I have been separated, and they're probably going to have to deal with a furnace, and God knows whatever else Zariel's forces are going to be up to. So I'm sorry if I can't be a fan of those wild ones, but they're responsible for this, and I can't do anything about it until I get back to my friends. So they're no heroes.
Wait, you think that they are responsible for us being here? I see it the other way. Like, they're the best chance of us getting home.
You see Copper.
I've been here for 8 damn years. I want to go back.
Yeah, well, you might be waiting a lot longer than it. And he like kind of puts his like goggles on, and you see him go over to some like construct, and he starts like tinkering and just like sulking to himself. You see Mio kind of like walk over and says, he's just been through a lot. He's not taking this recent thing well, but we're all survivors. We should all stick together. We found you both unconscious. Sorry, we found you all unconscious in Amerdin.
Okay, but that still doesn't answer our original question. Why are we inside a cat right now? She looks very concerned.
Right. So, yeah. Oh, this. He puts his hand like towards like the wall. This is my familiar, Nekobasu. This is my house cat that I've been able to repurpose as my main line of transport. I can change him from a small feline into a large 8-legged vehicle. It's able to run 50 miles per hour. It can leap large distances, run across water, and climb steep surfaces. The most important feature, though, you may have felt it like a few moments ago. It's how we've been able to remain undetected for many, many years. The cat has the ability to step into the ethereal plane for moments at a time, which leaves us pretty we're pretty protected. No forces can chase us. But now that all these extra creatures and entities are coming from other planes, like we can't do it as leisurely as we were able to before. Although we've been running for miles now, and Nekobasu needs to rest soon, so
Running where?
he kind of like looks towards the mountains and he kind of points. The Mithril Mountains, right to our side here. We're on our way to Kyber's Keep. Kyber's Keep is it's a very high it's a very high point in this continent, and we're able to like take refuge. And I hear there's a great line of defense there, and with what me and Copper are able to provide, we should be able to bolster their defenses. You see Mio kind of like walk back towards the cockpit, which is where you see like the two ocular eyes of the cat, which just shows you what the cat sees. And in this room, you see like an animation, like a light box with like you see like stacks of paper with like blueprints of like big castles, weaponry, gear, anything an adventuring party needs. And you see off to the side, you see a large castle with like spider legs, and like you see like notes about like extra dimensional doors, and it says Howard's Moving Castle.
Howard.
Yes, Howard. It's a name that came to me. It's an invention, like remarkable story. Yeah. So you see Mio kind of go back to the table, and he goes to one of the drawings. He like starts like pulling more stuff out with his pen, and you don't mind if I get a hand with some of this equipment? It's very important that Copper gets access to this.
I can help you.
What do you need?
You just see like he's pulling it like big long pipes and like shafts of metal and like sheets and stuff, and he's just like, if you don't mind, just give it to Copper, please.
You don't sound too well, friend.
This level of conjuration, it's very taxing on a old body like my own.
Chuck turned to Copper. So you need help handling pipe?
Depends. Do you know how to lay it?
Maybe.
Reminder, Copper's like 4 foot. You're like, what, 7?
Yep.
When a man loves a woman.
Yeah, there's like a pipe underneath her arm, and it needs hauling, then yeah.
Righto.
But and then she still looks a little nauseous. Like, how much? How much longer?
As you swallow that back, the cat does like a big leap, as if like as if you're on like a roller coaster. You have like a pit in your stomach.
You hear a wee, and Blem is just hovering skyward. Blem is smaller than Copper.
Can I mean, if you're plummeting skyward, like, can I try and catch you? Just because, you're just a little guy.
Sure.
If it's permission, just... I'll pop you on my shoulder. Okay, so if you feel like you're going to lose control, just pull some of my hair. I don't mind, I've got enough of it.
I got uppies.
You dirty-minded people, shut up.
He holds up just like this bright, like glowing green, like elixir. I'm good.
What have you got there, friend?
I just got the one today, but if you ever want to fly,
be okay. I can imagine it's about this size.
Oh,
it's like a. Oh my gosh, it's like, okay, you know that like the soda bottles you get as a kid, the little mini ones. That's what it looks like.
Like the mini glass, like the fancy glass bottle of Coke, for example.
Yeah, just like the little wee ones.
Amazing. I love that.
When you give Hopper the pipe, Mayo goes back into like the cockpit and like he says sign and he just continues like sketching at the light table. Copper like reaches into like the rations pack and he's like hands you guys like a couple sandwiches and some water. Mayo and I aren't fighters. He draws stuff. I make stuff. And as he says that, like he clicks a button and like this little like Guardian, like Zelda Guardian-esque robot kind of like activates and kind of starts shifting like gears, kind of, and you hear like beeping like R2D2. Which is why we need help of strong folk to take and like all these weapons that we're building, and we need to get to that keep that he's talking about because who knows, that could be the best place of defense. But we need to do something about all the monsters because there's only so much that this cat bus can do.
How many monsters are you estimating there are? Enough for us to handle?
By our calculations, there's just too many to count. He kind of like looks out the window. Crap! And then he starts like slapping. Nekabasu! 3 o'clock, let's go! And like you feel like the
hanging on for dear life to.
After like the 5th time, you get used to that.
It's only time number 3.
So, I mean, what's the next step? I'm not sure if you said how long it's going to take us to get there, but do we just have to sit tight now, or like? 'Cause I'm pretty anxious. I mean, as much as I love a cat, I would like to get out of this.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, what the old man said, like the cat probably can't take much more ethereal jumping for the day. Maybe like 1 or 2 more times, but it's hard to say. So we might make like a small camp somewhere along this river or along this lake. In which case we'll need people to do like night. we're sorry to like take you guys without your consent and bring you all this way, but you four were the only ones that were breathing in Amberton when we went by, and yeah.
That's fine.
So we've got. I'm an artificer. I can make, like, we've got weapons, we've got gear, we've got anything you guys possibly need.
Potions?
wait.
That's the one thing, like, the big guy can't create potion. He can make like small little birds, but potions, not a chance.
Okay.
If we land, I could get a fire going.
Okay, noted.
How do you land? Is it a bumpy landing, or is it going to be smooth, or just trying to brace yourself?
You'll feel the cat gradually come to, like, it'll slow its pace. You'll feel it.
Goodness. That's good.
So you say you can make us anything. Give us an example of what kind of things you can make.
He pulls down the goggles and like he starts like you hear just like banging with a hammer, like twisting with a wrench, and he just like hands you like a +1 like greatsword.
Thank you. Do I have to give you anything for that?
Get me to that tower safely so we can start working in Howard's moving castle, and yeah.
Thanks. Okay, well, +1 greatsword.
You notice I look quite jealously at this new thing, and then look at my axe, which is chipped to fuck. Has clearly been used years of felling trees and nothing more. And just like a single tear just rolls down the cheek.
Copper looks at your like woodman's axe. Is like, He like takes it, without even asking you first, and he's just like, almost like puts like a wrench in. And goes,
one hand stays on it at all times. This is just happening.
Tasmanian devil kind of, and like, let's say, what magical axes could I give you?
Ooh.
It's a returning axe, which is a +1.
Still is a great axe.
Leviathan.
What was the axe?
It was a great axe.
So it's a great axe. It's a +1, but it also returns you, so you throw it and it comes back.
Go, we've got
Hey.
Kratos.
Got anything in the way of crossbows?
Shit. What are artificer infusions are there? So he kind of like pulls your crossbow down. He kind of like almost puts like this special thread in the launcher thingy, and he like kind of like twists like the release mechanism like a certain way, and he just kind of like gives it like a pat on like its trigger part, and it just you kind of hear the string kind of launch twice. So it's like a repeating shot, I guess.
Ooh.
So it shoots twice.
Interesting. I'll make a note of that.
What about little guy here? Does he get anything?
Depends. Do they want anything?
I'm good. And Blem holds up a spatula. I'm Blem, by the way.
Copper. And this, and he points to his like robot. He's like, and this is sulfate.
Ah, I like the joke.
What's the joke?
Copper sulfate. When you mix them, they...
He
Anyway.
pulls down like the periodic table on his thing. Is like, holy shit! I've never known that before.
I make things go boom.
Oh, I like you.
I can also mix soup.
I still like you. he gets he like looks at your spatula a little sec, and he puts like a little like device on it, and it kind of like spreads and wraps around. You feel like if something was to attack you, it would just bounce straight back. You have a repulsion spatula.
It's actually my all-purpose tool. So, like, when you take it, it changes from a spatula to a different kitchen instrument.
Oh my god!
A ladle.
So it just
A
shifts.
whisk.
Yeah.
It's a hydraulic 3-headed spatula from SpongeBob.
Yes.
So, you're Mlem. You're Copper. I never quite caught your names.
He points to the other members.
I am Beatrice B. Blindsight. You can just call me B.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
The name, don't wear it out.
Oh, your name is May. Okay.
Is it like
Sure.
maybe or like maybe?
Yeah, I think someone must have been drunk, because it's spelled Maeby.
Oh, okay.
Very peculiar
Maybe.
spelling.
Most people
Oh.
can't say my name because they can't touch their eye with their tongue.
B instantly tries to do that. Just
Yeah.
very like. I can touch my nose.
And you
Oh, sorry.
points
Continue.
at the orc. Your name?
Most people call me Chop.
What do least people call you? Mercy? As in, you're going to be chopping them and they're going to be asking for mercy. I'm really bad at jokes. Sorry.
No, I only chop trees. I'm a pacifist.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm on a
Don't
path
say
to
it.
redemption. I abhor violence. My therapist said that it's good to take my anger out on something that isn't fleshy. I have a lot of internalized trauma, you know.
I know how that feels. Well, I would just advise, don't be saying this to any like druids, because I don't think they'd be very happy with you chopping their friends.
Oh, don't worry. I say a little word every time I chop down a tree, just to make sure they're okay with it.
And if they're not, you leave them.
No, I still chop them down.
God, I'm not
Processing
sure.
my internalized trauma is more important than a tree. I'm sorry. It's either the tree or a person.
Okay. B's just going to sit back down and trying to keep themselves steady. As I'm imagining the cat is still going on its yaldy.
Maybe you feel the hairs on the back of your neck kind of like stand up, almost like you're being alerted to something. You have the sense that like whatever's coming, you feel like a lot of some things are coming your way.
It looks like she's trying not to throw up again for a minute, but then she just straightens and we better stop sooner rather than later. I think we're in trouble.
Oh,
What
kind of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
This sense, does it come from any particular direction, or is it just like a spider sense?
It's kind of like it feels as if something's flocking towards the Kappas.
Look up. Just gesturing to the sky, trying to like pinpoint their location.
So as you're looking out, you see like a flock of like a swarm of like bats, like, but not like normal bats, like Shadowfell Rhodanian supercharged bats are like kind of flocking towards. Fuck, that's the superhero I want to make.
Yeah.
It's like, so this swarm of bats are kind of coming for the cat bus and coming towards you guys. Copper's like, shit, Nekabusu! And he's like tapping the side. He's like, let's go! And Mio kind of opens up the door. He's like, he's used too much. We can't go. You guys have to defend the bus. Copper.
Okay.
Copper's like, crap. If you can, let's go up to the roof. So you see almost like this, it's almost like a blowhole kind of open up. And Copper kind of like gets on the back of Sulfit. He has like little handles he can grab onto, and like spider climbs up and like out onto the top of the roof. You also see the back door kind of like, and it's just like, it's just like, you just see the tail like flopping around in the wind as it like runs, but yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go up.
She'll give anybody a boost who needs it. Just boost through the hole.
Lem needs it.
Just the probably like.
Well, are you still on my shoulder, Lem?
Probably. So let's say either way, Lem needs the boost.
Okay, you can come up with me.
So I would need everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Just a quick one. Is going out of the ass in the question?
If you
Because
Fake, mate.
that seems like the easier way.
listen, if you wanna go out the ass, it's up to you. But like, this cat is still going like its full like running speed. So it would probably more advantageous for like somebody who has like range attacks, whereas like
I have that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I'm just gonna one kind of like hands just hold onto the rim and just hang out.
It's a real rim job.
you can't. So you put your hand on the rim and the cat kind of goes.
Anyway, initiative.
Yeah, roll that.
So it's I got a 23.
Fuck. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And a
You
22.
got like a +9 or something.
7.
Oh god. 14.
Gotcha.
11.
Ooh, great. You
Oh,
all go.
piggy bat.
You all go before the swarm do.
Ooh.
So to kind
What
of,
the fuck do I do now?
so the swarm are approaching. Probably towards the end of this turn, they'd be like actually on the top of the bus, near the top of the bus, trying to like bite at it and like trying to like attack it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I need to roll for Copper as well. Copper, what the fuck, dude? Wait, what's your plus? Okay, doesn't make much of a difference. Okay. Bridget, Aelin, Artie, and my. Gotcha.
It was
Okay.
my first before me.
Yep.
Just in case that was.
Yeah. Fuck, spell swarm, Patrick. Jesus Christ. Okay. So the swarm probably at the end of this turn will be fully at you guys. So top of the round we have maybe.
Let's see. Okay, so it's being 7 feet in the air, I'm imagining that, like, she's kind of estimating where the swarm will congregate. I know it'll kind of be, like, all around, but for anybody that, like, flies into the path of this 5-foot cube she's going to concentrate on making. She's hoping they'll fly into it and get roasted. So, like, above her head, which is pretty far, so none of the other, like, people would be caught in the crossfire. She's going to use a cantrip. I feel like I have to emphasize which spells I'm using. It's Create Bonfire. It's a 5-foot cube above her head, so everybody's kind of out of range of that. And basically, the swarm would need to make a dex save of 13. If they fly in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the action. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. I'm gonna save that bonus action and just say I'm good.
Awesome. Aelin. Or Blum.
So seeing this, how deep is the swarm?
Like, are you asking how many bats there are, or just like how dense it looks?
Just because I'm thinking about firing a 30-foot stream.
It says it's a medium swarm of tiny beasts.
Are we able to cross streams?
Just Mlem pissing out the cat bus.
Mlem pulls out like a little jar, kind of taps it with the top of their spatula, and casts Tasha's Caustic Brew, which is, we're going to call it Mountain Dew Battery Acid.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Straight piss.
So it is a 30-foot line, 5 feet wide, directly at these bats. And it's a dexterity saving throw of 16 on their turn.
On their turn?
Yeah, so it's going to be 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of their turns that they are covered in the Mountain Dew.
So they don't take damage right now?
Not immediately, no.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Anything else?
Nope. I'm just gonna hunker down on B's shoulder.
Righteous. B.
Question: are they? Is this swarm classed as one creature or many creatures?
Many.
Okay. In that case, I am just going to attack with my spear. I'm going to do that twice because I can. Yeah. Just in hopes just to shish kebab one of the bats. I have no idea if they're anywhere near me yet, but is that okay if I roll to see?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because they're actively coming towards you, so same with Bridget, they're going to come into your line of fire at some point.
Okay. So I got a 25 on the first roll. Does that hit?
Yep.
Okay. And then that'll be... Yeah. Where is my dice? I've got so many here. Let's do that one. So... D8. 10 points of piercing on the first throw.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to attack again, but I think I can only use the end of my spear. So it would be bludgeoning. So just going to give it another go. 16. Does that hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's D4 plus 3. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Okay, so you see a couple bats kind of come into like your spear's range, you kind of like jab out and you kind of like do like this cool spin move to kind of like knock a few of them down to the ground. Still a big swarm.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Anything else?
I don't.
I think that was
First time playing a paladin. So
Do you-
that was my action. That was a bonus action.
Do you
so
have
yeah,
an-
I don't think I can do anything.
Do you have an
else.
extra attack as a paladin? Level 5? Is that a thing?
That. Oh, I thought that was what my bonus action was. I could just have a second attack.
Yeah.
I think it's your you get like
So you do 2 attacks as your attack action, and then you get
Yeah.
your bonus action attack as well.
Oh, so I like. Oh, okay. So I can do I can do another action attack then with my spear because I've technically done my bonus action. Oh,
you can do another attack. It's not as additional
Yeah.
action. Yeah. So
okay, but
yeah.
can I? So, but I can attack with my spear again
Yes.
if I wanted to.
Yes.
Ah, okay, cool. It's 25 again.
Yep. Roll damage.
That is 5 points of piercing.
Rad. So a few more bats like come in, and you just kind of like bat them down, and they're kind of like eating the dirt and just like kind of get lost in like the travels of the Kappas. That's everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything I can do.
Gotcha. Chop.
So, still holding on to the sphincter,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to wave his axe in the air and cast Speak with Animals on himself. And he's going to say to the bats, the others just hear this as like screeching because bat language. But he's just going to say, "Fuck off!" And that is my action.
Well, it doesn't say they speak any languages to shout back, but you hear almost like an infernal, like all these bats just kind of like chirping back, just kind of like they don't sound like actual bats. It's just like whatever hellspawn from the Shadowfell that they are.
Huh.
In which case, he's going to think to himself in this moment, it's like, does this really count? As he debates. And yeah, that's the end of my turn for this round.
Okay, so end of the round. Oh, it's Copper's turn. Copper's he's gonna like kind of like wedge in that big pipe that maybe help them with, like wedge it in. So essentially, the Eldritch Cannon now has a long scope to deal with like bigger targets, which.
Nice.
So he kind of like pulls it back and is just like, we've only got a couple shots at this to make sure we get all these creatures. So he's gonna hit the button, roll 19. So he's gonna blast a couple. So he takes care of a chunk of the swarm, but like more just seem to be flocking in, and as they're like kind of crowding in towards the grip, Bridges fire or bonfire. Sorry.
Yes. So if they fly into the 5-foot sphere, they need to make a dex save of 13.
Nope. So you see lots of these creatures getting like singed and blasted for how much damage?
That'll be 2d8. I'll roll that. That's the d8. Okay, for a grand total of 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. And
Also the battery acid blast.
yeah, it's an R dex check, isn't it?
It is. It's a dex save of 16.
Well, that's an at 20.
Nice. Wait,
Well,
silvery barbs.
a
So the bats are rolling at disadvantage.
You roll again and take the lower roll. And also I can give advantage to Chop.
That was 5. So the bats get glunked with this pissy acid.
And they are going to take 7 points of damage.
I'm good on the wild magic surge. I got a 19.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Gotcha. So like you just see like between like their screeches as they're getting like roasted alive and the squeals as like acid's getting like poured on them, you just see like bodies upon bodies just like as like they're getting like eaten by the dust.
Metal as fuck.
Oh yeah, and like you just see like the remainders of them kind of like flocking towards. Yeah, you just see the remainder kind of like flock towards and like get closer, so they're now in more meleeable range and close quarters.
Yay.
Can I get a quick perception check from everybody?
Sure.
Oh no. Oh no. Not 20.
Excellent.
Ooh.
15.
10.
So that makes it a 21.
Nice.
8.
You're holding the cat's ass.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, hot bats. Whereas the other two, especially B, you hear a guttural noise coming from the sky. You see, you kind of like look up as like you're like trying to like dodge the bats that are kind of like flocking around you, and you just hear like a really gut-wrenching growl coming from the sky, but your focus quickly diverts straight back to trying to attack or avoid these bats. So, top of the round, maybe.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Alright. I didn't get hit or anything by the bats at all? Okay.
I don't think anybody's got hit. Oh shit, they were supposed to attack.
Oh.
Shit!
And they ended up just getting vaporized.
Oh yeah.
Zane Zelda, baby.
Oh yeah, they've lost more than half their HP. So because it's just a swarm, they're going to be trying to attack everybody currently on the roof. I take it at 8 doesn't hit anybody.
No.
Sorry, Bridget. As you were saying.
Let's see. I think. Okay, maintaining concentration on that. I'm just gonna double check something. I think I'm going to maintain the bonfire as long as I can. Make sure they keep getting roasted. And I'm good. I
Cool.
mean, wait, I just realized, how long does it last?
Do they get
Oh,
burned?
it's up to a minute. Okay, so I'm good on time. Then yeah, I'm gonna keep this flames going.
Do they get burned in your turn?
Any new ones that fly into the sphere would have to make the same dex save, and if they don't, then if they fail, then yeah.
Okay, since it'll be 2 dex checks, I'll roll them on their turn.
Sure. Okay.
Cool.
Then I'm good.
Cool. Lem.
Mlem's going to keep that stream of acid going, but just kind of like takes the it turns into like a metal spatula, and they fling a firebolt out at these bats as well.
Okay, dokie. Roll the hit.
That is a 8 plus 17 is 25.
25 hits. So like more of these bats just get seared off.
Fireworks show.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be 11 damage.
Ooh, fuck. All right. Anything else?
That's me done. Keeping concentration going.
Right.
Yep.
B.
Hi. I'm gonna use my great sword. Cause you said they're in like melee range now, right?
Mhm.
Gonna use my great sword to attack his closest ones as possible.
You can see that
I can
it's dwindled down to just like a few more now at this stage.
Okay. I can still do 2 attacks on my action, right?
Mhm.
And then a bonus action. Okay, cool. Does a 13 hit?
Yep.
Cool. 26. I use that one and that one. So that is 14 points of slashing. And then I'm going to attack again. And 10. Does that hit?
So you said 14 points the first time?
Yeah. Yeah, 10 plus 4. Yeah.
And then the 10? 10 hit?
Yeah.
So with like one big swing, you're able to like kind of like slice through a couple of them. And there's just like one fluttering. There's one last one like kind of fluttering. And like while you're trying to get on the backswing, it kind of like ducks and weaves out of the way.
Anchor. You bastard. All right. And out of spite, as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this little lone one.
You are my
Can't get away
sworn
from me, you
enemy!
little fucker. And it's going to get 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Because it had Hunter's Mark put on it?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I've
that's
got
when
use
you
Hunter's
hit it
Mark
with a
on it.
weapon attack.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
It
Well
does
then.
extra damage.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna be like, I'm getting you, bitch. Next.
You know what, Mai? You know what? You're so angry at this one bat for dodging your sword. The Hunter's Mark, you see it like getting seared with like the marking of
Too excited.
your hunter's pride. It just combusts and explodes and turns to bat guts. You're so pissed off at this one bat creature for surviving. It just blows up.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful butterflies.
But in the excitement of like, hell yeah, we defended everybody. We defended the bus from the swarm. You hear this kind of guttural roar. Everybody's able to hear it. You see this disgusting, fleshy, Resident Evil style dragon thing. Is it a dragon? I don't really know, but it's creepy as fuck. You see this creature covered in veins. It's almost as if you got like a turkey and turned it like inside out, and it comes down, and you see this demon on the back of it with this big Cheshire cat smile, with a scythe in its hat, with a scythe over its shoulder, and you just hear, "Nightman, destroyer of the day, man." And that is what you see.
Amazing.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So we've got the Nightman riding a big dragon dick.
Yep.
Love it.
So you just see this big creepy smile, and you see this thing like wind back the scythe, and you see like the scythe kind of like charge up with like this pink purple energy as if it's ready to swing. And it is now Artie's turn. Chop. I called you cop in this.
Robo, no, that's the other one.
Your move, creep.
With Speak with Animals, I guess I wouldn't understand this weird testicle dragon.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Roll for balls.
So I'm
What?
just gonna make a personal roll quickly.
Sorry, what's your class again?
I am a barbarian.
You're a barbarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can everybody give me a quick survival check?
Ooh.
That would be a 13.
Ooh.
13 as well.
18.
Very lucky 13.
Oh, hey. 21.
Of course, Aelin. Lem and maybe you guys notice probably because you're like up close and like this thing's kind of come level with like the Kappas. You notice that the dragon thing doesn't have any eyes. This thing is purely moving on what you could probably assume sound or like vibrations or like scent. But like this thing is blind and it's just going off those other instincts. Sorry, Artie, you were going off something else?
I made a personal roll as to like opinions on this. How fast is the bus traveling? I guess is my question. Like, how many feet per round?
So I said 50 mile per hour, which I tried converting this, and that's apparently like 300 feet a second. So
Too quick.
So to kind of like make everybody's heads not explode, the Kapos is only going like say like 80 feet to turn, but you do notice that like since you guys noticed that you were on a Kapos, it's going a lot slower. So probably
Pretend we're not on... Just pretend we're not on a cat bus, then it might go faster.
So like when you guys were on it, it was probably going at like 120, and now it's going at 80. The cat bus is fatigued.
Cat. I haven't got any catnip.
And this dragon thing, is that flying like behind?
Parallel.
Like, okay. How far off the ground would you say it is? Basically, if I was to jump out,
you're not at a good. I wouldn't say you're at a good angle. So take my banana for instance. You're and take my lint roller. So
I'll take your banana.
So imagine at the
when a banana and a lint roller both love each other very much.
So, imagine like where yours is stuck. The bananas are flat. Take my Gatorade bottle and my water bottle. So like imagine this is the cat's ass. This would be the roof. The dragon is kind of like flying here. So like you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's drifting. Tokyo drifting. Rhódania
cat's
drifting.
ass.
I've
Another right term.
been in this place before.
So, in which case,
I've never seen Fast and Furious.
Can I try and climb from outside upwards?
You certainly can.
And
Guys, would you argue a cat's ass is difficult terrain?
Slightly, yeah.
I would. With a cat word being a cat owner.
Artie, without context, ask Beth if cat's ass is difficult terrain.
Beth, is a cat's ass difficult terrain?
In what context?
I'm not allowed to context.
Why not?
Just answer the question, yes or no.
I don't think I can answer.
Sorry, guys.
Damn it.
No
Smart.
input.
Smart.
Need context.
You can't have context, it'll ruin it.
Babe, shut the fuck up.
Either way, if you're ruling it as difficult terrain, I will take the dash action to ignore that difficult terrain.
No. It would be too funny for not to be difficult terrain.
Dashing up Mount Buttle.
Mhm. you grab the tail
Just
for
be careful
extra
it doesn't start
leverage.
scooting.
Anyway,
Sorry, I'm horrible.
just so you don't burn your action, you get up. You use your movement to get on top of the cat.
Okay. In which case, I am then going to point Great Axe at the rider of Scrotum Dragon, and I'm just going to say,
I don't know who you are, but you've got about 6 seconds to fuck off.
Ah! Anything else?
is that his response?
Uh-huh.
And just starts with the sigh.
Like he's still still charging his attack.
I am going to rage, and that is my action. You notice that he has like an elk pendant on his around his neck, I guess, and that just starts like glowing.
Okay.
It's not going to pick up on Discord, but changing that like musical riff to the immigrant song.
And I'll change this one to demon. I kind of fucked it up in my head as well, as opposed to say Nightman. Ooh, wah! Yeah. Anyway, so at the end of Chop's turn, you see the demon like wind back its scythe, and it swings the scythe, and like it almost as if it like as it's swinging, it's like rippling through the plains as it's dragging its scythe, and a purplish pink slice goes towards the Capos' legs, slashing the Capos' legs. You notice the Capos kind of like slumps down on one side. I need everybody to give me a dex save.
Oh.
I get advantage
that would
because
be
danger.
Oh.
Advantage goes what?
Danger sense.
Sure.
Can I see this coming?
Sure.
That'll be 19.
13. I'm on
Okay.
the shoulder.
Okay.
Natural 20 for a total of 24.
Yo. So the Capos' like metal legs kind of get like slashed into, and it kind of like goes from like this to that. You guys kind of like grab on to like whatever piece of fur. Maybe you full on like tumble off, and like you're like give me another quick dex check.
That'll be 14.
Okay, so you're able to quickly like grab onto like the edge, but like one of your hands is occupied holding you onto the edge, and the other one's like still has like the bonfire-ness
Oh, I
prepared.
hope it's not shedding.
Oh fuck yeah, your other hand would be bonfiring as well, so it's just like
Wait, I would just burn the fur off of this cat and then I would fall.
Is that a third dex check?
I'll do it.
No, well technically that would be disadvantage if you've got a burning hand to hold on.
Okay. Another dex check. Okay, well, that time it was a 16, but I rolled a 12. What was it, 14?
think
So
it was
take the lower.
You're fine, like it. So like you're able to like grip on, but like you're actively hurting the bus now with your like burning hand. Your bonfire, not burning hands. That's a different spell.
Okay, if I fall, then I'll drop concentration on the bonfire and just focus on clicking on. Actually, because I rolled so low, I should drop. Let me roll concentration. See if I maintain it. That's a 16. Okay. Well, I think she'd realize what kind of like pain she might be implementing, so she just like struggles, drops concentration, and then just clings on with both hands.
The Capos is still running. It's just now like it's because its middle legs were kind of like keeping it at this like steady rhythm. It's now kind of like lumping at one side, and it's trying to like get itself like restabilized. Copper is going to like swing swing like the Eldritch Cannon towards the dragon. So maybe while I'm searching for this, what is going through your head as you're hanging on the edge?
Ah!
Sounds about right.
Nauseous as hell, like probably full beaded, like sweating bullets, trying to just like, if she can't climb up, then she's just gonna hang on tight. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, cool. So you see like sulfate kind of like charge in like this force, and you just see like laser blast kind of like shoot out, like bounce into the dragon, dealing damage. The creature did not like it.
Does not like it.
It doesn't like it, mainly because it didn't know where it came from because it's blind.
Ah.
Top of the round. B. No, sorry, Bridget. So that's maybe. Yep.
Don't get me excited.
Using my movement to climb back up. So for my uncommon item, I have a Wand of Magic Missile. And I think I'm gonna... Okay, so as an action, I can expend one or more of its charges. It has 7 total charges. For every charge you use past first level, you can essentially cast it at second level. I've never used it before, so let's see.
It's essentially like a round of like free hits.
Essentially, I think, yeah.
And for each hit, if they're concentrating on something, it's a concentration check.
Yes. I'm going to use 2 darts of magic missile aiming at the driver. So that'll be 2 charges.
How much damage?
And then each dart deals 1d4 plus 1, so a whole 2 force damage. And I don't suppose they were concentrating on anything?
They were not.
Okay. That's the action. So that'll be my turn.
You kind of almost see like these 2 darts kind of, and this thing just like big toothy grin, just continue smiling. Then we have Blam.
So I'd like to move the battery acid into the face of the night guy.
The demon?
The demon, yeah.
Yep. So it's like a big line, isn't it? So you
It's a big line.
So
I'd like to spray, if possible, both the dragon and rider.
Mm-hmm.
And the fun thing about this is that they have to use their action to scrape or wash off the acid of themselves because it's gonna stick on them. That's why they're starting to take damage at the top of each of their turns.
What kind of damage is it?
Acid.
Gotcha. Okay.
So just when their turn comes around, a dex save of 16.
Yep.
And I think I'd like to... is it possible for me to pass a potion to somebody?
Sure.
So Lem is gonna pass maybe this glowing green soda bottle and be like, if you fall again, take this.
Thank you!
It will help.
Is the cow about to jump over the moon?
The cow could jump over the moon.
With the goofy yell.
And that is me done.
Oh?
Well, okay. So essentially I'm just turning to face the dragon while still firing this acid cannon, essentially. The stream of mountain piss. And would it be possible to fire off a weapon as long, or like another firebolt, essentially?
Is Is
Because
it
all
like
I'm doing with this turn is concentrating.
yeah? Is it a free action to like move the caustic brew?
It doesn't say.
No, it's a free action.
And
Shoot your
it's
fire.
focused on me. So yes, fire bolts then. That is going to be an 18 on the die plus 8.
Who are you attacking?
I'm gonna yeet it at the demon's head.
Okay. So how much damage was that? You said
I didn't say the damage, I just said that it was a 26 to hit.
oh yeah, that hits.
Cool. 15 points of fire damage.
Ooh, very good, very good.
7 and 8.
So you move your piss, you huck this ball of fire, you slip maybe like a bottle of Mountain Dew. Anything else with your turn?
That's it. That's me done.
Gotcha. Next is the dragon's turn.
Michael, damn it.
So you see this dragon kind of like looking to one side as it kind of like flies over the top of the bus, and you see the demon just kind of land down in front of you. And the dragon kind of like flies round to the front of the bus, kind of like wings spread wide. What can this thing do?
Nothing.
Make a DC 16 dex save.
Oh yeah, it went into the piss. Both went into the piss. Okay, so I'll roll for this thing's on its dexterity, yeah?
Yeah.
16 on the die, but it's got a -1 to dex.
Yo.
Nice. It's 6 points of acid damage.
6 points of acid damage on the dragon. And that was 5 for the demon. So you see that the dragon seems to be like less annoyed by the piss. It kind of like flies around, like wings spread wide. The demon's kind of like writhing a little bit, but it's like its smile hasn't broken one bit as the dragon begins to like inhale, and its like long neck almost like stretches out and wriggles towards the front of the cat bus.
Don't you dare.
It's gonna bite the cat bus.
You bastard.
Rude.
Never put me in the DM seat. I'll kill all the animals, apparently.
Oh god.
Started with Steed.
C knew what he was doing with that dog. So first attack is gonna hit. Second one isn't. Okay, so you see like the neck kind of like wriggle down and like bite into the cat bus's face. It doesn't like it. It's kind of like it's almost as if this thing is like flying back and almost like dragging the cat as it's like trying to like pull its like neck back in. But like because the second one failed, it kind of like loosens the cat, kind of like drops a little bit and kind of like scurries past. But as the cat's bus is trying to run out, the dragon kind of like starts building up static electricity, and like this like almost current of a force field almost kind of like generates from the dragon. I guess nobody's really in 5 feet of it because it's like in its own space, so you guys are good. But boy howdy, if you guys were in that field of electricity, fuck, that's a bad time.
So like I had something planned.
This changes things.
Okay. How big is this field again?
It's 5 feet from the. So if we're going to use the water bottles again, cat bus, the dragon is here. There's like a bit of space, so like a bit, the cat bus is back like down on the ground. So it's just kind of like releasing like this energy. Okay, B.
So this 5 feet of energy, is it towards the front of the dragon, or is it anywhere around the dragon?
It's coming out of the dragon. It's like releasing this current of electricity. Also, the demon is on the bus.
Okay, damn, I was gonna do something cool. All right, in that case, I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do, just minus my broomstick. Gonna now, divine smite. Do I need to say, hey, I'm gonna use my divine smite and hit? How does that work?
You hit it, and then see if you hit it.
And it expends a spell slot.
So see if you hit it, declare smite, and then describe what it looks like. Because there's no point describing how cool a divine smite looks if it doesn't happen.
Okay. I'm gonna take my greatsword and go up to the Nightman. And attempt to attack him. Does a 13 hit?
So like you come up with your greatsword, you like swing it around. This thing almost what you did with the bats. It uses like the blunt ends of its like scythe to kind of like parry your blade out of the way.
It only uses a spell slot if I hit, right?
Mm-hmm. Your second attack.
I'm gonna try again. Really fucking pissed off. Just determined, like a dog with a bone here. 17.
17 hits. So like as it like parries it away, you're able to like almost like do like a vertical or horizontal slash like across this thing. Do your damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 2d6. 6. 10 points of slashing damage.
Smite.
Smite.
What?
Smite. Using my smite.
Use the power of God and anime.
Yes.
As I activate divine smite, a whole bunch of like butterflies of different colors come out of her beads in her hair. As it just kind of just goes into her greatsword and just pummels the shit out of Nightman. So an extra 2d8 damage, radiant damage, right? I need another d8. Why do I never have it? Oh,
what level are you casting the divine smite at? I think that counts as well.
Oh, okay. You can choose them.
I think per spell level, it's an extra d8.
Also, if it's a fiend, it takes extra damage.
It's a fiend.
I would like to do it at second level then, in that case.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
an extra d8 for level 2 and then an extra d8 for fiend.
So that's 3d8s altogether then.
4.
Or 4. I can see why you like playing paladins. I'm getting far too excited. Sorry, guys. 17 points of radiant damage.
So you horizontally slash this thing, and you just see the big explosion of butterflies kind of like pummeling it, and this thing, it's kind of going through its body. It kind of comes back down. How much? You said 17?
17 the second, yeah.
It was the radiant damage?
Radiant, yeah.
5,
10, 17, yeah.
So you see this thing kind of like fall down on its feet, tilt its head back up to look at you. Its eyes are like beating red, and it's just like, Dayman! Ah! As it looks at you.
Oh, lovely. I don't think I can do anything else with my bonus action. No, I can't really, because all the other ones are. I would have had to have attacked already. Done them before I attacked. That's fine. I'm just gonna try and avert his gaze and just.
I would like to hit shit, please.
You may.
So, seeing the hostility, Chop is going to start chopping with no kind of martial finesse and almost like he's trying to strike a tree. Just going to like side swing the great axe to try and hit this fucker.
The demon?
Yes. Reckless. So now 20.
Yes.
Roll out damage.
It does have advantage against me this time. So, how are you doing? Am I just rolling twice the dice or doubling one dice?
Max damage.
Plus
Add
the dice.
plus the dice.
Okay, so 12 plus 7 is 19, plus 4 is 23, plus 2 is 25.
25 points of slashing damage.
Slashing damage.
Slash. Okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Right. So you just rush up this thing. You swing your axe, and you almost hear like a sonic boom when you slash into it, as it goes. As like you just like, because of how hard you hit this thing, you kind of like see it like kind of roll back and kind of like regain its composure on its feet. And same again, eyes just like lock onto you and says, "Killer of the day, man." Ah!
What? Still talking. Second attack.
No.
Another
It's
one.
another nat 20.
Yeah, I mean,
Hell yeah.
second first, same as the
Reckless
first.
attack is good. I've never used this dice before either. I shall be keeping this one. Okay. That is... So that's 12 plus 6 this time is 18. Plus 4 is 22. Plus 2 is 24.
24. So second attack, you like kind of like hit it again, as like you kind of like knock this thing up into the air, and it's kind of like master of friendship and karate for everyone. As it kind of like falls back on top of the bus, lifts it kind of like no more, sir. It's all going.
Bonus action, I'm going to use my orc ability. I forget what it's called. Aggressive. As a bonus action, you can move up to your speed towards an enemy of your choice, just to close that gap.
Mhm.
And just be in the face of said demon again.
Yep.
Also worth noting, my speed while raging is 65 feet.
Nice. Okay.
I did damage.
You sure did. So now it's his turn. Like, as he's kind of like holding himself up using his like scythe, he's kind of breathing in. He looks at you, spits out the black ichor blood, swings open its cloak and points at you, and you just see like little dolls wrapped in white, and it points at you.
Oh no.
It points at the voodoo doll.
Question: does he use his action to wipe off the brew?
No, he does not. That was a 19 this time. Oh no, well it's still on him, so it just burns him. Yeah.
He's just gonna keep on taking damage till he wipes it off. So it's just 8 points of damage.
That's nasty.
I love it.
Can you imagine heat metal and that simultaneously?
Oh.
So
Is the scythe metal, by the way?
the scythe. It's. I would say it is, but like it's not like earthly metal. It's otherworldly.
But still metal.
Sure. I realize what that question is.
Sorry, I'm an artificer.
Okay. Aelin, can I take this thing's turn, or is there more?
Nope. You're
Okay,
good. You're
cool.
all good.
Cool.
It's not near a bonfire, is it? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I dropped concentration on that.
Ah, sad.
It's going to point at you and point to the voodoo doll. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, this is a straight roll.
You have to beat a 15. Is that a 20?
That's a 1. That's a 1.
Oh.
Oh.
So you kind of feel like this kind of like feeling in your heart that like a piece of you is now with it, and like it just like slowly like, drives its claw through the voodoo doll. Fucks, this ability is quite strong, but you can take it because you're a big boy. So you take
I'm a big boy.
10, 12 points of necrotic damage.
I
Yes.
don't have that totem. I am a different type of totem.
So-
No.
That is 19 points of necrotic damage. You take as you just feel your heart almost like it's almost as if you're having like cardiac arrest because it's driving it straight through the voodoo doll, and like you're just like winded, and you're like you thought you were ready to take this thing down, and it's just like taking it out of you. And then it's gonna make 2 swipes at you with its scythe.
Okay.
Swing. With advantage, right, Artie?
Yeah.
Well, that is a 25 to hit on the first swing.
Nah, misses.
Ah, shit.
No, I'm kidding.
Let's see. That is 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then its second attack does a 14 hit.
No.
So like its first like slash, like it just kind of like grazes across. I think it just like grazes across you, and like it stings a little bit. Like that same spasm and feeling you felt in your heart, you can feel it in your arm. But it's like second swing, I guess like the Kappa's kind of like jumped in a way where like it swung over you instead. Okay. So that's its turn. It is back to Copper's turn. Copper is gonna swing around and try and like blast the dragon, which he does, and that is okay. He does damage. Okay, maybe.
Okay. About how far away am I from the demon and Chop?
You're still hanging on the edge?
I use my movement to climb back up.
Right. Let's say... trying to think of the cat's like length and stuff. Let's say like you could get there let's say like 10 feet to get to them.
10 feet to get to them. Okay. Can I just climb up the edge and then like brace myself so I'm not like right about to fall off the edge, but like more toward the middle?
Mhm.
So if I'm about 10 or 20 feet away, I'd like to have the Wand of Magic Missiles, use the last 5 charges, and cast Catapult on the Wand of Magic Missiles at 3rd level. He does tell me to make a dex save for the catapult, but it's back at the top of the round now, so...
I love that.
I'm sorry, I
like-
got distracted by a GIF. What?
Bridget just used 6 magic missile shots.
5. I'm casting Catapult at 3rd level on the Wand of Magic Missiles and using the last 5 charges, so that's 5d4 plus 5d8.
So, since this is all in
Is this on the
conjunction...
dragon or the demon?
The demon.
So because it's all in conjunction, I have to roll dex save, yeah?
He has to roll a dex save, yeah.
Are you essentially just trying to fling him off the side?
Mm.
You have the same mind as me right now, Bridget.
That was a 7
Maybe
on the
flinging
dex
pieces
save.
on-
A
off the
7.
side.
Okay, so let me roll the total damage here. I'll do the magic missiles first. 5, okay. Love those clinking noises. Okay, so that's 16 points of force damage, I think, is magic missile, and then the 5d8. That'll be a grand total of 20 points, so a total of 36 damage. And I know that magic missile wand is history because it also takes that same amount.
Yeah. I need to do some calculator here. What did you say? You said 36?
36 points.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
So you just see like this thing, like you ever see those old like YouTube videos when Smosh used to just go. This is what happens to
I'm
this
good on
thing.
the wild magic surge. I got a 17.
So this thing is just getting like, and then like it just kind of gets thwonked as well, as it like kind of like stumbles and like uses its scythe to like balance itself, and it's just like.
Still up?
It's
Is it still up?
Still up.
It's still up. Okay.
The
All right.
fuck?
It's
Cool.
let me tell you, it's not looking good. Like it is
Okay.
writhing. It's like more or less black ichor's just like seeping through its like smiley teeth.
So, what is it? Bloodied is half hit points, and on its last legs is like 10 or less. Is it?
Say those two again.
Bloodied is generally when it's like at half of its original hit points, and then on its last legs, I think is 10 or less, and
Last legs.
I believe last leg. Okay.
Finish him.
Just all right. So that was my action. Okay. I think I'm gonna double check because sorcery points always trip me up, but. Screw it. I'm going to convert some sorcery points to get that 3rd level spell slot I just used back as a bonus action. And
Cool.
that'll be me.
Nice. Blum.
Lem is going to cap the battery acid and gonna go for just a firebolt.
So you stop concentrating on the battery acid?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seems like there's gonna be too much collateral damage, so
Okay.
the firebolt goes wide with a natural 1.
Oh.
You just can't go.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's my action. I don't think I've got anything I can do with a bonus action other than... Wait a minute. You know what I can do? You hear just, like, the most pathetic cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Eyeballs.
saddest baby cry. And, until the start of my next turn, me and all of my allies have advantage on attack rolls against the enemies that could hear me.
Yes.
All right.
That's the question. Is the dragon deaf?
Nope. It's blind.
Okay. Just blind.
Anything else?
That's me done. Sorry.
Okay. So now it's the dragon's turn. It is going to. Oh, it has to take the acid damage. How much?
Until it rolls, takes it off. This turn is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And it is an action to wipe it off.
Gotcha. So the wyvern is going to like swing, like flap its wings back, and it's going to spit 2 lightning balls towards the back of the bus. How about the 2 people that were slashing its rider? So still advantage, Artie, or is that done? Because you're reckless?
Yeah, no, they would be at advantage because, yeah, it's not been my turn yet.
Okay, so it's going to spit an electric ball towards you.
It's fine.
Fuck.
It's not fine.
So that was a 19 on 1 dice. Sorry, 19 to hit.
C.
Okay. And I'm going to see if it hits B. Does a 27 hit?
Yes, it does. Just.
Okie dokie. Artichoke. Hey, your name's on there already.
Ooh. Top of the round, silvery barbs on that 27. And advantage to B.
That was another 17 on the dice, so 27 to hit.
Wow.
I like
At
this
least we've
guy
got advantage.
with the dragon's eye in it.
Oh, and that's a wild magic surge for me.
Okay.
Sorry, were you asking if it was a 17 to hit?
It's a 27 to hit.
Oh, okay.
I roll 17
70
again.
on the die.
Yeah, 17 twice.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens, Bridget?
68.
So close.
So close.
Fireball.
Ah.
It's fine, my HP
Where
matches it.
in the literal hell is the wild magic table? I'm frightened by the nearest creature until the end of my next turn.
Would that be Blem or Copper?
It might be. I think it's
The gecko!
odds, Mlim, evens, copper. Copper. I'm frightened of copper.
Either way, you're scared of an artificer.
Yep.
Yep.
Science!
Artificer
No.
phobia.
He blinded me with science.
Progress.
Okay, so you guys take 10, 13, 14 points of lightning damage, and I need a DC 17 con save, please.
Oh.
Oh, I have this. Oh. 16.
21.
So you guys feel like the shock of like the lightning like coursing through your body. You're the B, you're able to kind of like shake it off. Chop, you feel the pulse rush through your body, and you're brought to your knees as you're paralyzed. It just shocks your system that bad. You're just brought to your knees. Does that end rage?
No, it rage ends when I become. Well, actually, no, it's incapacitated, isn't it?
Conditions. Paralyzed. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated. See the condition.
Yep.
Can't move, move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is an automatic crit. Oh my god! Woo!
Oh,
Yeah, my rage ends anyway, because if it's incapacitated, then yeah.
So my good thing you saved. So then this. So now this thing is gonna fly down and charge into the cat bus. So let's see if the cat bus does well on its dex save first.
Great.
Oh, well, actually, hang on. Let me look
Kill
at.
the cat.
So things happen. The dragon and the cat bus collide head to head. I need everybody to make a dex save, please.
It's like
Oh, and because I'm frightened, I think I have disadvantage.
17.
Oh, it's just ability checks and attack rolls, not saving throws.
Natural 20 for 24.
Also 17.
Okay. I suppose Artie, you can't. Yeah, you fail. You automatically fail.
Yeah.
So as the cat bus kind of like flips over and kind of like lands on its back, you guys kind of like eat the dirt and kind of like fumble along. Technically, that's fall damage. So you guys take 8 points of fallen damage.
All of us.
All of you. Artie, would that be? No, you just take that. Oh no, sorry. You guys take half. You guys take half because you
So
succeeded. Artie, you take 8. as you kind of just across the ground.
I don't know what is happening with my camera, man. The fuck?
You're paralyzed, dude.
Clearly.
That's all he sees is just blurriness. Like,
If I was playing a wizard and I had blur, this would be great. But,
Ideal.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can. Okay, so we've taken damage and we've fallen off the side, or
You guys are now on like the plane. Like you're no longer moving. You're now on like solid ground. Not to mention, the demon also took the falling damage, and now he's looking worser for wear.
Oh shit! Kill him!
All right, so that was the dragon's turn. It kind of like, so it's kind of standing in the middle, like of all of you. It's kind of like vibrating its jowls to kind of like get a sense for where everybody is. That's the end of its turn. It is now E.
trying to decide if I'm going to regret this or not. Chop, do you want some help?
The most help that you could offer me at the minute is killing the demon guy, because otherwise I'm dead next round for sure.
Okay, cool. In that case, I am just going to.
Wait a second. Chop, how do you say that? Paralyzed.
Wait, would you have said that in character?
I don't know you well enough, but I'm assuming that's a no.
I didn't hear consent.
In that case, I'm just going to ignore my big orc buddy, and I'm going to rush at the. What?
I meant that as a joke. I didn't mean don't help your friend that's about to die.
Fine, he's a big boy.
Sure.
I'm an old man.
Are you? Okay.
Internalized trauma.
This might be a little bit of overkill, but I am going to bonus action cast Branding Smite.
So you need to hit it, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, and then I'm going to attack with my greatsword.
Reminder that you have advantage because.
yes.
Guide bolts are awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the little guy did a scream.
Thank God. Does a 17 hit?
Hit who?
Oh, the demon.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so D6, and then an extra 2d6. So many dice. It's only 5 points of radiant damage.
So, as you swing your blade across the demon's front, you see its body get like severed, and you just hear as like the light like erupts from its like its waist.
Eyes.
But you hear these words: "The dayman cometh, the nightman cometh. He will rise again." As the scythe kind of goes ching 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 ching.
Oh.
The demon's dead.
The
Okay.
dragon's
The
still
dragon
there?
ain't.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Can I is it an action to use my broom to move over to Chop and try and get him out of a potential area of being attacked? I'm guessing it is an action.
No, it doesn't specify anywhere that it's an action. So you kind of you drop the broom as if it's like a skateboard. Are you drinking fucking hot dog water?
Hot dog flavored water.
Wait, is that a thing? Really?
Brine.
Like pickle brine.
It's like
for hot
it's like
dogs.
having olive brine.
Ignoring this,
Pickle juice is really good for you actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get into that.
to relieve cramps.
ignoring
Probiotic.
Artie drinking brine, you drop your broom almost like a skateboard. You hop on it. Are you trying to drag him out of the way?
I was gonna see if I can just try and like pop him on it because I know was it 400 pounds it can hold.
So
Depends on how strong I am, doesn't it?
So 400 pounds. I would probably say it's an action to get him on it.
Okay.
But it's also important. So it's got a movement speed of 50. And when you've got somebody else, or if it goes over like the weight capacity, it's 30.
Okay.
So I would dub like one person wearing like, I assume heavy armor is like enough for the 50. 2 people is the 30.
I'm wearing chainmail. I'm not wearing heavy armor.
Okay, yeah, sure. But like, even still, like an
I'm
extra
wearing no armor.
an extra person would like drop it to the 30.
Way down. Okay.
Yep. I mean, you're still able to fly.
Cool. Well, I am going to try and maneuver so he can. I can drag him or carry him or anything like that,
Mhm.
just so we can get him out a little bit in the range, away from like the dragon,
Yeah.
and
So
with the potential of getting attacked.
so you drop your broom, you hop on it, you glide over towards him.
Mhm.
You use your action already to like cut the demon. So like,
Yeah.
you've still got your bonus action.
No, I don't. I used branding smite for that.
Yes, you did. So next
This
turn,
would just technically be my movement. So
you'd be able to move Chop out of the way. Speaking of which, Chop. Do you have to roll to get out of paralysis?
I don't know, because it'll either say at the end of my turn or the beginning of the turn on the effect. I imagine.
Let's say like the paralysis like has gone through your system and you're able to get back to your feet. Well, you're prone.
I will use half of my 65 foot of movement to... Actually, no, it's back to 50 now, so I'm not raging. I shall rage again.
Ah!
And then use half of my 65 foot movement to get back up.
Why I oughta?
And then if dragon is within 30 feet, I will try and smack the dragon.
Sure, it's in 30 feet of you.
Awesome. I charge at it and I yell, "I'm going to circumcise you!" And that is reckless again, because I'm a sucker for punishment.
yes, you are.
22.
Mhm.
Ooh, max damage. So 12 plus 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18.
18 points of slashing damage.
Slashy damage.
Gotcha. So you take a big shuck at this beast. It kind of like growls and like writhes at you. It also says, "How dare you? I'm Jewish. I'm already circumcised." And it awaits your second attack.
Reckless again. Ooh, 17.
Meets it, beats it.
7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 slashing damage.
13.
Quick question. How much of my movement would I have used to actually get into, like, the melee of it?
So you would have had to use half the stand. You got more.
So I would have had 30 left.
Because we're doing Theater of the Mind style, it's within range for people to approach it. Like, it's not like, oh, you have to use like 4 turns to reach the dragon. No, like,
yeah,
you can
it's
get
more
to it.
like because I have the mobile feat.
Mhm.
I was wondering if I could then move back out of melee with it.
Because you've just attacked. You sure can, yeah.
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 I would like to do that if possible.
Sure.
You sort of notice that seeing that he's not managed to fell this grotesque flesh tree, he just sort of like starts back in the opposite direction.
I mean, you've already seen it stretch.
Shit.
You've already seen it stretch its neck and shoot lightning bolts. Like, it can get you from wherever it is. Is that your turn?
True, but yeah, that's my turn.
No worries. So next is Copper. Copper, whenever he fell off the Capus, Sulfate bonked him on the head, so he's incapacitated. The demon's dead. Back to maybe.
Oh, sorry.
No. We'll wait.
No, it's good. Okay, so Chop is right within range of the dragon.
I'd say like 5 feet away.
Okay.
This thing is also a large creature, if that makes...
Right.
Yeah.
It has reach.
It's gonna... Yeah, I've got some reach, too. I know I have disadvantage because I'm frightened on ability checks and attack rolls. Good thing this doesn't require an attack roll. I'm just... maybe he's just going to scream, "Watch it!" And, cast Fireball at 3rd level on the dragon. It needs to make a dex save of 13.
$13 on the dice, -1.
Okay. Alright, I'll roll the Wild Magic Surge thing first. And that's a 5. Okay, let me roll damage first.
I'll look up the surge, because I've got it here.
Okay, it's going to be a grand total of 31 points of fire damage on the dragon.
One.
A halo of letters appear around your head. For the next hour, you are aware if someone is... you are aware if someone...
Don't I roll a D100 first for the surge?
Did you not say 5 in the surge? Oh no, 5 in the dice.
I got a 5 to get a Wild Magic Surge, and then
sorry. Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's 31 points of fire damage on the dragon.
Christ.
7, okay, 57.
Your skin, oh my god. Your skin rots and decomposes. You gain disadvantage in all persuasion checks, but undead ignore you unless attacked. This can be alleviated via greater restoration.
For
That's
57?
horrid.
That's not what I have.
57?
57. For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flames.
That's not much better.
What am I looking at?
I've got the Wild Magic Surge chart, and when I click on it on my character sheet.
This says Unearthed Encata. This is the Reddit page.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's violent.
For the next minute, okay.
You're just on fire?
I don't get it.
This bitch is on fire.
Okay, so that's one action, and that's a 3rd level spell slot. Let me mark that. Okay, and... Well, I lose the frightened condition because it's the end of my turn, so that effect goes away. And I think that'll be me.
Ah! Okay, that is Mlem.
So because would the area around this creature still be like on fire, or like what's the...
So the fireball impacts, it's like, so it's still, I would say the creature's still like burning and on fire until its turn, until it can shake the flame off. So
okay, I would like to...
What are you doing?
Mlem pulls out a jar of clear liquid.
Clearasil?
No. And is going to yeet it at the dragon, and is casting...
no.
Yes! Yes!
Grease on it.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Okay.
So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. How much damage does it take?
It's not so much a damage so much as it's now a slippy slidey dick dragon.
Hmm.
It's all lubed up.
Burning testicle dragon flopping all around in the flame.
Yeah.
Okay. Does the grease catches on fire? Surely.
Grease would be flammable, but I don't know how much fire damage that would be.
Do I mean, I could roll again on fireball damage.
No.
Let me search.
I want at least one more turn of this thing.
I mean, that's the burning condition, isn't it?
It has the burning condition, yeah. Or does it? Or is that...
No, apparently that isn't a thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that was a
not.
Baldur's Gate thing.
It's not inherently flammable.
Reddit's saying DM's discretion.
It is DM's discretion, so
And it's
I just wanted to make it slippy slidey. And whether or not it catches fire is all gravy.
roll a d12. That's how much fire damage it takes from still being like on fire.
That's a 12.
It takes 12 damage.
Fire.
How's it looking?
And it's in difficult terrain.
How is it looking? It's all got that dog in him. It's hurt. Like it's been slashed. It's
Bloodied or...
bloodied. Let's say bloodied. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that everything, Aelin?
I would like to. I know that our barbarian is looking pretty hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but as that is a leveled spell, I can't do any healing this round. Yeah, we'll just stick with that, and that's me done.
So it's now its turn.
Did it wipe off the acid? Granted, that probably got combusted away, so I'll stop asking that question.
It's either
Why your damn mouth?
it's either piss or lube that's on this dragon. There can't be two.
That's fair. That's super
Sounds
fair.
like an interesting night out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you looked at the drawing, this thing has like kind of like a weird like fleshy tail.
Mm-hmm.
Its tail kind of like extends back, plugs into the ground, and like raises this thing up, and it kind of like just like starts spinning its head as it launches like 3 electric balls at random.
Quick jump.
I will roll d4s to see who it hits.
In my last turn, when I went on my little broomstick, would I be out of range for it? Because I moved. I didn't actually go over, like, I haven't actually put him on the thing yet, and he's just fucked off.
It's got a 60
I
foot.
would have moved.
It's got a 60-foot reach.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it hits who? It hits Artie, it hits Bridget, it hits Mai. Oh, well, sorry, that's who the balls are targeting. And
Use a reaction to
balls away
cast
from me.
shield.
So, quick question.
yeah,
I would have had advantage anyway because of the kobold thing. Can I redact the reckless, or is it too late?
I'll say it's too late.
Okay. It's been on there.
Okay, so 2 18s and a 24. Does that hit everybody?
Yeah, even with shield, that would hit me.
Doesn't it, you, Mai?
No, I'm 19.
Okay.
Oh, and I need to roll another one. Surge. No, I'm good.
You turn into a tree.
Yeah, that's-
Three powers
Fine,
activate.
So the electric balls like spin around in a circle as this thing's like flopping its head. Yo. Mai, you're able to like almost kickflip with your magic broom over it, so you're fine. Chop, you get hit by this blast. So do you. Maybe that is 10, 13, 14 points of lightning damage, and I need a con 17 con 17 saving throw.
I am down.
19?
Do I need a con one?
You're still up. Yeah, so Artie or Chop, you get struck by lightning. It courses through your veins. It courses through your nerves. Your great axe falls out of your hand. You fall limp on the ground. what kind of emotion is like rushing through your mind as this happens?
Is shit an emotion?
You shit yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, just convulses. Violently shits themselves.
You're like dying. Like 10 minutes ago, I held a cat's sphincter, and now I'm on the ground.
Started from the bottom, still at the bottom.
Yep. So you took 14 lightning damage as well. Maybe.
One thing. Yeah, no, I don't have that. Never mind. Just checking. Because there is that endurance thing, but I think that's just half orc. I do not have access to it. So yeah. I'm down.
Oh, I didn't know that. So
I don't have it, so it's yeah.
So this thing, as part of its movement, can do like a long jump from where it's currently at. It can jump up to 15 feet. How big's the grease?
It's a 60-foot
Splash?
Wait, hang on. I can do it from 60 feet away. The grease spot is a 10-foot square.
Okay, so it's gonna leap towards. It's gonna leap towards where it heard one of like the energy balls impact, and not to be a dick, it's just gonna go towards maybe. And as it lands,
Does it need to, like, for the jump, does it need to make the dex save?
without it running start, so it's not like moving through it. It's almost like springing off with its tail.
Okay.
Yep. So it springs off. It lands towards where maybe is. Okay, it has to use its action to do that. Cool. But yeah, it's now within like 5 feet of you, Bridget.
Okay.
Cool. That's its turn. It is now Bee's turn.
Cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna bonus action, branding smite. So then I'm ready for my next when I'm ready for my next go, and as my action, I'm gonna go over to chop on my little broomstick, and I'm gonna use my full pool of lay on hands.
You did an ollie on your way over.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you fully lay on hands, Artie,
Yeah.
and then what was you're heading it?
25?
But bonus action was branding smite.
Mhm.
For when I next have my next go.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Wait, did you recast the smite?
What? Oh, the other one was branding smite. That was and that was on the demon before. I'm assuming it
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay.
So yeah, so full lay on hands. Get up, you bitch.
All right. So Chop has a fresh breath of life as.
He's still sawed himself. He's
Oh
not
yeah,
proud of it.
oh yeah. Like you
Disgusting.
laid your hands on his shitty ass. Like there's no getting around that.
It was one of yours.
There's like brown colored butterflies that come out of her hands as she's laying hands on him. It's just like.
So on that, it's now Chop's turn.
You get 25 HP back as well. Chop, by the way.
And let's say
Cool.
like the lay on hands, that would have like alleviated the paralysis that your body would have had.
Rage.
You rage?
My last rage. Because I had to use 3 rages in this one fucking fight. He's pissed. I'm assuming it's no longer with advantage because that probably wore off, right? Or is it still advantage from the kobold thing?
It was only until my turn.
Right, okay. In which case, reckless.
Let's go, baby.
18?
Hits.
Oh, okay. 9 plus 4, 13 plus 2, 15 damage. Of the slashing variety.
Very good variety.
15 slashing, so that is... oh ho! Someone's edging the deck monster.
Don't put it like that.
I need that on a t-shirt.
Okay. Reckless again. Oh, so close. It's 26. But it was like a 19 on the dice, so...
So, just as you're about to hit it, like, it just turns, like, erect, so, like, this thing just... It can't be cut by a pissy axe.
Saved by the boner? What?
No, so, like, your axe... roll damage.
It turns around.
8 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14.
Artie the Halfling, describe how this goes down as you swing at the as you swing at the monster.
So if it's going erect, it's looking more like a tree now, right? Because it's like, upright and stiff. And...
I mean, that was me talking shit. Pretend no, you didn't just like get the killing blow on my monster, but no, like it was turned on by the last hit. So go ahead.
It's just gonna like all over the shoulder, just swing as hard as I can, and just try and slice it. I'm assuming the neck, just away from the main part of the body. And I just yell, "Timber!"
And as like you got to cross like its neck, you hear like as it comes down towards you, and like its neck separates from the rest of its body, and it, like the most putrid gas comes out of it, and it's just stanky. And congratulations, you've killed the dragon. You've killed the demon guy.
Nightman.
The Nightman's servant.
She's just gonna take a moment to shotgun the drink that Lem gave her.
You now gain a 10-foot flying speed for 10 minutes. It has this kind of lemon lime zing to it.
Ooh.
As you drink the Uppies potion.
Yes. I love that.
So as the adrenaline of the fight kind of like settles down, and you're kind of coming to your senses of like, yo, we just got fucking ambushed again. Catbus kind of hairballs out Mio.
Oh.
Mio is not in good shape. He kind of like rolls over and he sees that like everything was taken care of while he was like trying to control like the cat and where to go. So the battle was won.
Seems
Yes.
like it.
Thank the heavens. I thought I was going to have to use the last resort, but I'm glad it didn't come to that. Come, we need to rest up.
Oh, come on. We just fought a big,
Damn it.
big
I was
dick dragon.
thinking it.
Come on.
Yeah.
You
We're
brought this
ready
unto
to-
yourself.
Rocks fall, everybody dies. No, Mio kind of like he's just like in bad shape. He's coughing and spluttering blood.
Sorry.
And he gets to his he uses the cat to kind of like support himself, and he's just like, I think now would be a good time to take a rest.
Nice long one.
So, and he looks directly at you, and he's like, I think I could write a story about a little girl with a broom. And he looks at the cat. Wait a sec! Whoa! And you see like a magical light bulb.
She pulls
appear.
out a red bow and puts it in her hair.
maybe I'll
Not my
write.
color.
He's like, maybe the story about the about a little kid's parents turning into pigs will be much more successful.
Yeah.
And guys,
Everyone loves pigs.
that's us.
Hey.
Hey.
The last thing you see Chop do is just look at his hands and say, "Years of therapy undone."
Lem will just kind of pat him on the shoulder and prestidigitation him unsoiled.
I can still feel it.